everybody, I'm Lisa Rowberry, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel and happy Wax Wednesday, where here on my channel we do something called Bars to Jars. It's a fun little series that we do week by week where we are highlighting a popular candle and pairing up some Scentsy fragrances to either melt along with your candles, or if you are someone who you don't do candles, you don't do the open flame, I totally get it, but you are maybe looking for some similar scents to those candles, that's what this series has been so like all about, and it's been awesome. It's definitely been super eye-opening for me with some particular fragrances that I didn't really love so much on their own, and then when you start to play with them, start to mix them a little bit to try to recreate other scents, you really wind up liking these other scents more than you ever thought you would. At least that's what I'm experiencing, so it's been so much fun. This week is such a special week, you guys. We are highlighting a Bath & Body Works candle. A Bath & Body Works candle that is still currently available, and it is going to be very close. It's not a dupe, but it is very close and very complimentary to my love, my heart, my soul, my pride and joy, Sweet Plum Pastry. If you have been with me for any amount of time, you know this is my jam. It runs through my blood. I just love it. It is so beautiful. It's all bakery. It is sweet, obviously, sweet plum with this buttery, bakery, golden crust. It's just so rich and sweet, and it's decadent, and I love it. It's so good. Such a great balance, and it's amazing. I love this. If you have it in your club, don't ever take it out. This is like gold. It's fantastic. So this particular candle that we are talking about today is currently available with Bath & Body Works. I have a couple, I have several of these candles from when it was first, I think that was when it was first packaged in the ribbed jar container. We're going to talk about that. This particular packaging, this label is, I think, from last year or the year before, and it is Berry Waffle Cone. Oh my goodness. They usually come back with this every single summer, and at least for the last couple of years, and it is so good. Like I said, I have several candles of this. It's very, very close to Sweet Plum Pastry, which I love. Now we're going to talk about current scents that you can mix with Scentsy to get pretty close to this. Oh, it's so good. So let me tell you what Bath & Body Works says about this particular candle. So Berry Waffle Cone is sweet summer berries, golden waffle cone, creamy vanilla. So decadent, sweet and rich and delicious, and it's just so good. So I think this was the only label I had from last year. Whenever they come out with either a candle sale or a coupon or something, I'll definitely pick up more from this year. But this was I think the original, I don't know if this was the original packaging or not, but this was the very first packaging that I ever picked up, was this purple ribbed glass. I still have a few of these. I will keep these. These have a little bit of a sentimental value to them for me, kind of veering off a little bit, but we actually, because I had so many of these particular candles, I actually used these at my dad's memorial service. So now the scent kind of brings back that memory as well. So, you know, not to say that this scent makes me sad, but I mean, it brings me back there, and that's, I mean, it does make me sad just a little bit, but it's really, really good. And, this ribbed glass is really super pretty. So I loved when they came out with this packaging. It was really super pretty. But let's talk about the scent and what you can mix around with Scentsy, because oh my goodness. If you are someone who you melt and you burn, and you have Sweet Plum Pastry in your Scentsy club, or you get your hands on some, pick up that Berry Waffle Cone candle, because it is so good. And it is currently available. I will link it in the description down below. So, but make sure you have a coupon or some kind of something, because otherwise these things are like $24.50 each. So that's crazy. These, however, are $6 each. And oh my gosh, do you see the mixing that we did? Oh my goodness. So they're either $6 each for these bars, or they're 3 for $17, or the best possible deal is 6 bars for $30. Essentially, it's buy 5, get the 6 for free. Oh my gosh. Okay, we did some mixing. So I had some ideas. I was like, okay, my initial idea, and you guys are gonna see where I'm going with this. My initial idea was black raspberry vanilla and caramel sugar cone. Both of these scents are currently available, and you can definitely do some mixing. Now, this worked. It would be complimentary, but it's not a dupe at all. Like not even remotely. It works though. The black raspberry vanilla, you would think that there would be a little bit more vanilla in this. It's more of a tart raspberry kind of scent. So it is sweet, but it's more of that tart berry scent rather than that more sweet scent. But it's really good. And then I thought, well, if I mix it with the caramel sugar cone, maybe that's where the sweetness is gonna come in. It's gonna give you that waffle cone note from this candle. And like I said, I mixed it. It was good, but there was a little bit more of that tart note came out than anything else. So I was like, it works, but not quite. Let me tell you a little bit about both of these scents. So Scentsy says black raspberry vanilla is delicious, sun-sweetened dark berries warmed with vanilla. I feel like this needs a little bit more of that vanilla if we're trying to get to that kind of scent, but it's really good on its own though, which is why it is a bestseller. Let's see here. Caramel sugar cone. Guilt-free, gooey caramel, vanilla sugar cone, and a touch of malt. And yeah, it does smell just like a waffle cone. It really, really does. I wish it was just a little sweeter, but it works. It totally works for this. So I thought, well, okay. So since this is a little bit too tart, I'm gonna need something to bring in more of the sweetness. So I did apple cherry strudel. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I did several combinations here. So as well as I actually did 2 different mixes with black raspberry vanilla, and I think 3 different mixes here with apple cherry strudel. The other mix I did with black raspberry vanilla to give it more of that like in-depth sweetness. Now this one is no longer available, but it was available in the fall and winter season. So if you had a chance to add this to your Scentsy Club, also in some regions the scent is still currently available. It's Stroop Waffle Delight. Oh my goodness. It is so good. This gives you more of that rich, deep sweetness that I felt like maybe that needed. So mixed it. It was fine. Once again, this little tart note came through a little bit too much, but it worked better than this in the caramel sugar cone. So let's talk about what did work, and what I loved was apple cherry strudel. Oh my gosh. And I was just like, okay, maybe the apple's gonna come out too much and we're gonna get away from that like berry feel. No, it is so good. So I did, like I said, a couple of mixes here. So I did a mix of apple cherry strudel, and when I'm talking about mixing, I am doing 1 cube to 1 cube of each of these. So, oh my goodness. So the winner wound up being apple cherry strudel mixed with Stroop Waffle Delight. I did find something very similar that is currently available, so we'll talk about that. But oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh yeah, and this mixture came so close to this. If it's definitely not a dupe, but it came very, very close and is going to be so nice and complimentary to that candle. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. Let me tell you about apple cherry strudel just briefly here. Apple cherry strudel is Granny Smith apple, cherry, and vanilla drizzle. Insist on dessert first. And yes, it does. It is so good. And this is balanced really well because I'm picky about my cherry scents. Cherry scents can tend to smell a little bit too artificial. It can smell more like cough syrup, but this is a really great balance between sweet and tart, and then you get that kind of pastry feel from this. So you do get the pastry note from this, but then when you mix it with the Stroop Waffle Delight, it just adds that extra bit of richness that is just spot on. It is so good. Now, if you don't have Stroop Waffle Delight and you're like, well, great, what am I gonna mix it with? You can mix it with the caramel sugar cone. You can mix it with that to give it that extra kind of waffle cone element, but guess who's coming in to steal the show again? Churro, you guys. Oh my gosh. This scent is the one I've been talking about that when I warmed it on its own, it just does nothing for me. It's so light. Oh my gosh. But when you start mixing this with basically all the things, you can mix this with dirt and it's going to just smell amazing. It is so good. So if you don't have Stroop Waffle Delight, if you are newer to Scentsy and you are just starting to get into this mixing thing, do the apple cherry strudel and churro. It is such a beautiful combination. I love it. Basically anything mixed with churro is just such a beautiful combination. For whatever reason, on its own, it can't perform worth a damn. But when you start mixing it, it shines through. And I have been enjoying it so very much. So we did all kinds of mixing and I had so much fun with this because like I said, I thought I had it in the bag. I was like, this is gonna be such an easy one. It's gonna be black raspberry, vanilla, and caramel sugar cone. Is that what it is? Caramel sugar cone. And surprisingly enough, that was actually the furthest from that combination. It's good. Like I said, it's good. And if you're looking for more of the tart rather than like that deep, rich sweetness, go for this. Because some of that like deep, rich sweetness, what I'm saying, can be almost too cloying and make you feel kind of nauseous for some people. I love it. If you like bakery, but you don't want that like super cloying, maybe try this combination because it's more of that like sweet tart kind of feel. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Oh man, this has been so fun. So tart sweetness, give this a try. If not, if you've got Stroop Waffle Delight in your Scentsy club, mix the apple cherry strudel with Stroop Waffle Delight. Fantastic. 1 cube to 1 cube. If you don't have it and you are purchasing new Scentsy bars for yourself, apple cherry strudel and churro. And you may as well pick up, if you're doing a 6-pack, you may as well pick up another bar of churro and another bar of apple butter frosting, and you can thank me later. This is up there with churro and apple butter frosting. It is that good. It is that good. It is wonderful. So love that. That is what I was mixing this week to get to the berry waffle cone scent. So let me know if you have tried any of these mixtures. Let me know if you've tried that candle and your thoughts. If you like that type of scent. I am so happy to have found something kind of similar because, like I said, it does bring me back to this like sweet plum pastry. Now, is it a dupe? No, it's not, but it is going to give you that same kind of feel, and it's so good. It's really good, you guys. So love that. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried any of these mixtures before. If you're going to try these mixtures, let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.